Welcome back, Andrew.
Yeah, it's special guest.
What's happened since you've been gone?
Oh, real adult things like a child, previous engagements. So,
fair enough.
I do think I'm the only one with offspring, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I am child free.
That's the way to be.
That's.
So
We'll get into all of that stuff some other time.
Yeah.
That's for another day.
We'll create a separate video, upload it later with him just being like, well,
Here's all the reasons why people shouldn't reproduce anymore.
Yeah. Where do you want to start, guys? Do you want to do our...
I want to hear his 5 things if he remembers.
5 things.
So your top 5 albums.
Oh, wow. I don't have to worry about
remembering. Through the Rolodex.
I don't have to remember. I actually had notes. So I don't even know what episode it was, but you guys did the your
top 5
albums, which
we did toys.
we had some toys written down apparently. My albums were Weezer's Blue album, What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis,
both awesome.
New Maps of Hell by Bad Religion, The Division Bell by Pink Floyd, and the Hypnotized / Mesmerized by System of a Down, which generally gets a lot of hate for most people that like System of a Down. But
so,
different down?
Division Bell, give me something off of it that I haven't heard of that's awesome.
You haven't heard of? I know you've heard the Division Bell.
I've heard the album. Like, give me a song that...
Justify
a deep track.
The deep cuts.
Oh, the deep track?
Yeah.
Coming Back to Life, I think is the name of it.
Okay.
Cluster 1, which is one of the opening song from it. Wearing the Inside Out is that one actually is sung by Richard Wright, the guy played piano and stuff. So not your typical Pink Floyd,
I'll listen to it. I listened to a couple of Rob's. I actually like the Mortis a lot. So not so much the Enya.
Yeah.
Enya.
I mean, it's good. I told him I like the foreign. There's 2 foreign songs on it that are in a different language. I like those a lot better than. That's just
the English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mood suited me better. But.
Well, go real quick. Some toys that meant a lot to you as a kid.
I don't know if anybody... Have you guys ever heard of Starcom?
Nope.
Okay, well, I had an uncle who was a buyer for the old Hex department store, so we kind of used to get awesome Christmases because apparently he'd get good deals and whatnot. So this one Christmas, my brother and I got the entire line of a toy called Starcom, and it was these little cats that were magnetized. And actually, the vehicles and stuff actually had magnetized too. You pushed a button, stuff would open up and move, and all your guys would interact. It was really advanced for 1985. But apparently there was a show. I did some, Wikipedia about it. Apparently there was a show that I've never seen, but that was actually I remember that. It was space. Battles.
We were talking about Mask. You remember?
Oh, Mask was.
Yeah, I thought those were pretty cool.
The only one who doesn't remember Mask.
Oh my gosh. I just remember the huge snake oil truck. That was what the bad guys drove around in. Transforming.
Mine was the Rhino, one of my 3 toys. It was a purple truck, like a Peterbilt or something.
I had there was a teal 57 Chevy with flames on it. That was my favorite.
It's pretty cool.
I remember Billy had that orange pickup.
Yeah, it had a tire on the back that shot off. It was pretty bad.
And I do remember there was a motorbike
cool guys.
that had a sidecar that turned into a submarine. I'm pretty sure it was called the Piranha.
They were pretty badass toys, man. They've done lots of cool stuff. What else you got?
And then Lego Castle series. That was what got me into Legos. And I mean, as you guys know, I still buy and build Legos because forget everything I said about adult stuff that I had to do earlier. I really just play with toys.
Yeah, building a new Lego set.
But I had a whole setup, and I used to pretend it was Robin Hood because I was really into Robin Hood when I was a kid.
So, we're gonna have to get you to start filming the Lego sets and then
stop motion.
Andrew just putting a set together.
And then there was also Guts. Does anybody remember Guts?
I remember Guts the show.
No. These were army men, but took it to the next level. Like they were all painted, and they were all their different factions. They'd have like guerrilla warfare, scuba divers, like SEAL teams. And all your guys would be collar coded and whatnot. But I mean, they were actually painted and detailed really well. They were just little rubber figures.
No.
Were they just memorable or something?
No, I mean they were
Guts?
just rubber. It was just Guts. I'm sure there was some.
It stood for okay.
Yeah, it was I wouldn't say anagram, and that's wrong. Acronym.
When you were talking about the Star Clone, it made me think. There's a show called Cops that had like guys with mechanical arms and stuff. And
I think could you put caps in some of them?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Cops.
I remember some toy that would you like crank one arm and it would like pop the cap or something.
Well, like one of the guys had a handcuff that like shot out or something, and then one guy his
chest
opened up with little guns in it that shot. Like it was.
I had a guy that had a
Tommy gun.
Briefcase, like a guitar case with a Tommy gun in it.
Yeah, it was kind of like a old 30s, but in the future.
Yeah,
I remember something like that. A Wild West figure that like chest just popped down.
Yeah, and then you had like Gatling gun.
Yeah. Or that could just be a Brave Star toy my older brother had. Who knows?
There was a Masters of the Universe figure like that too. A guy had like a little mustache. Kind of looked like Chuck Norris, but yeah. He was in like a blue outfit with cowboy boots, and then he had guns in his arms.
Because that makes sense for Masters of the Universe.
I mean, it does. It might be over there somewhere.
I was going to say, do you have it?
I mean, I did.
Here in the
I don't
Toy
see
Dojo.
him. Anyway. Alright, so that should wrap up some of the stuff that I've been wanting to hear from you.
Catch up. Yeah.
So moving along. Let's do the guilty pleasures in the middle.
Okay. And, well, let's start out with another segment of peeves.
You first.
All right. Half-empty liquid containers, water bottles, cans of pop, anything. If you're in the middle of drinking, it's one thing. If you're not, you're done. You've just left it somewhere. I want to wring your neck. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily pertain to work, but it works where it tricked
All
me.
the time.
Yeah, it's like you open the fridge and the door panel is open. It's just like water bottle, water bottle, water bottle, and none of them are completely empty. And it drives me crazy. We have a coworker who will drink orange juice, and he'll drink all of it, but this much at the bottom, and he refuses to do it. He'll just throw it away, and it's just like.
So is it the fact that people aren't drinking all of their beverage, or the fact that they leave it around?
Yeah, is it the waste or is it?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I do think
it's
it's
not the
a little bit of
laziness,
both.
just the wastefulness. Okay.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, and this wasn't where I was going to go, but this is one of my pet peeves: is why the hell is there so many people that have food that they leave in our store? Can you not go like 10 minutes without eating? Like, are we at that point? I've seen people carry in a pizza box in our store. Like, I can't leave that in the car. I gotta bring this shit with me in this store.
Yeah.
I mean, are you eating it while you're walking around? Like, I've never been somewhere where it's like, I can't go in and eat. I don't have time. I can't sit in my car and eat. I have to eat while I'm walking around the store. Like, what's up with that?
Gluttons.
I mean, I'm just so used to picking up like French fries, chicken nuggets, and shit from all over the store, all over the place, and I'm just like, why is there food all over? Why can't we don't sell food? We don't sell these things.
Yeah. No, that just goes into like tobacco. Why would I clear off a shelf? Is there a spit cup?
But that's something that they already had in. I mean,
like the
while I understand the
backboard.
thought process, I just don't get it. Why are you carrying food? Who the hell carries food around?
I can't do any form of shopping without a nice greasy slice of pizza. It's just functionally impossible.
Have you not seen that thing
I prefer
online?
a
The little pocket you can wear right
the
there?
pizza slice.
Like a lanyard that goes around your neck.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
are we going to get to the point where there's just constantly like people pushing around carts in like stores? You want some food? Like
there'll be those little 2-tiered carts like at Kroger's and stuff. The top one will have a box of pizza, and they'll just push it around and be like, free slice, anyone?
You can carry around some pocket candy.
I just don't get it. Why am I picking up chicken nuggets everywhere? Like
little old people walking around handing out Werthers.
Put tater tots in your pocket.
I mean, and what is it? Okay, I don't have children, but I wouldn't drag my kid in with like, hey, I know we stopped and got you some chicken nuggets at McDonald's. Why don't you just carry those around for the rest of your life until you lose them all? Like, I would be like, well, why don't we sit here and eat first? Because to me, that just seems like another burden trying to corral the food with the kid.
Have to corral the kid. Now I have to keep track of their food, too.
Maybe when they bring the stuff in, it's strategy. Because I've seen a bunch of gummy bears, so maybe they're laying out a trail so they don't get lost.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I've seen some, like, Skittles explosions and things like that. It's like...
I mean, I'd like to think that maybe they're trying to keep their car clean, but I've seen cars, we've loaded enough stuff in that. I don't think that's the case either. So I'm just, it's something I haven't figured out.
We gave out candy the other day to people coming in as we were greeting them and stuff like that. And the whole night, I swear that's all I did was just pick up wrappers and stuff. It's like, you animals.
I'm still fine.
Immediately regret. Just like, we should have never done that.
Well, I mean, is it so bad? Like, you can't put that aside for a second. I don't get it. I really don't. I
mean, IV walking around like
it's like we're a starving society and we can't go that 10 minutes without putting
clearly
something in our mouth.
Yeah, clearly. Especially
wasting away.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We will go over 30 minutes this time.
Get into yours then now.
No, I mean, that's good enough.
That was a pretty
I'll
good
save my other for my retail.
Okay.
With me, I don't have anything on the second page. I was going to go back to my other one.
Okay.
I'm a smoker, as you guys know. I enjoy smoking. I like to think of myself as a courteous smoker. I really hate, and it's something that I don't see at our store very much, even though I do to a point. But people employees especially, who stand right at the front of an establishment and smoke cigarettes. And, like, you have to, like,
walk
by them, and they've got an ash, like, the whole time. And they probably should be in there doing something, like working.
Smoke break.
But they just went outside real quick because, they can't go 2 hours without a cigarette. And, I mean, it just looks like shit. Like, you're just standing out front, like, I don't know.
Well, being a non-smoker, that could be a pet peeve of mine. Like, both of my parents smoked, so I had to deal with that for a long time. I appreciate people at least trying to be... It's like, if I want to swing a mace around and say, this might be deadly...
Just go walk into it.
Yeah, like, I mean...
Walk around.
Courtesy would be for me to move away from someone. Unlike today when I'm getting, like, carts and it's like, somebody's standing right next to me smoking, and I'm like, well, be nice if you weren't doing that. Like, maybe you just step over 10 feet away from the shopping cart.
Yeah, like,
we just hit up the Halloween store, buy a mace, and just be like...
Like, before the store opens, I will go out front and smoke a cigarette. Whatever. There's nobody out there. Like, somebody might drive by and be like, oh, that looks like... I don't care. Like, when the store's not open,
I've never cared
go out
about
back.
smoking, but when I was at school, they had one of those big, like, flower urns by the entrance where people would smoke and ash them. Around it was a giant ring of cigarettes because it took too much time to throw it in there. And it had cigarettes in there, but then there's just everywhere else. It's like,
some guy
that's
thought they were a basketball player and went, missed. That's too bad.
Nothing's bothering me right now, and mine's a weekly thing, but when I was at Walmart, I got in line.
Walmart.
Last
week you were like, man, Walmart.
I'd get off work, I'll go over there and try to find something to eat. The people in front had had a giant buggy full of stuff, and it was some ridiculous amount of money. Then all of a sudden, whips out some coupons, saved $2 with a stack of coupons, and I'm just annoyed at the hell. Why? There's no point to that. I get that it's like, you can save a lot of money. Like, you save $2 on your entire, like, $300 purchase. Congratulations.
You almost want to be like, I'll give you the like I've been that way in line. Like, I'll give you the $2. Just check out. I'll pay for your item.
That's the attitude I had when I used to go.
When we get to retail, I do have 2 retails.
When I used to go
I need to write it down before I forget it.
Well, then you can do 2 because I don't have 1.
I have tons.
Okay. Are we going to go into that now, or do you want to go into guilty pleasure?
Let's get into happier times and talk about these movies.
Well, the first one I'm going to say is a terrible movie.
That's why it's a guilty pleasure. What you got?
The 98 version of Godzilla.
You might
The American
be
one.
the only person that likes that.
I don't like it as a Godzilla movie. I like it as it's not a bad monster movie.
I don't know if I've ever sat and watched that all the way.
How's Matthew Broderick famous? He's in that, right?
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
And killing people,
he killed
running them over.
somebody.
I was going to say, hitting someone with a car, I think. He killed him. They
he
died
seems
later
like a
off
nice
or something.
guy and all, but like I love Glory,
Yeah.
but he's in it, and it make like it's just like why is this guy? And he wouldn't
He's
be
got
a
to
Civil
lead
War
the charge
general.
so he can die.
He's not gruff enough for that in that movie.
Hank Azaria's in it. And a bunch of
Unless he's
offensive
Mo
voices.
in that movie.
He's just the camera guy.
I-
But there's a few people that do, like Harry Shearer, I think's in it, and like I think there's a few people that do voices. I think technically.
Yeah.
If we were dead, we do have another device
we've risen.
recording, so the whole episode will be put up at some point.
This will just be 2 parts
Right.
on the Periscope.
There
so.
we go. Yeah.
All right, so we got Godzilla. Pet peeve number 1, or guilty
Guilty
pleasure number 1 from you. What you got?
Oh, let's see. How about 10 things I hate about you?
That's a pretty good movie.
I mean, I never saw that movie till I was older, like out of school. But I guess it came out about the time I would have been
Yeah, I didn't watch it
graduating.
then.
Like,
Was that the like Freddie Prinze or?
no,
it
it's
has,
Heath
Heath
Ledger,
Oh
Joyce
yeah.
Styles,
I know what it is.
Joseph Gordon.
yeah, that's
Levitt,
why I like it. I like that.
the girl
I like
that
the
played
cast. I don't
Alex
care as
Mack.
much about the movie.
the girl that
Yeah.
played The Secret Life of Alice Mack.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who she is, and then a bunch of
She's adorable, though.
yeah.
What else? She's in Third Rock. A couple episodes, I think.
Probably just because of
That's
her ties with Joseph Gordon.
Yeah.
Maybe Malcolm in the Middle. You guys ever watch that?
I never
I
saw
never
enough
did.
of it.
I
So.
watched the entire series.
It's awesome. You guys should check it out. It's pretty fun.
I've been told I'd like it.
You would.
But
But it was that whole high school
It's
ignorant
supposed to
stuff. Like,
Be like Taming of the Shrew.
yeah,
right?
yeah, remake the Taming of the Shrew. Yep. A 90s spin on it.
Better than the Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that was terrible. But Leo was in it.
Mine, Bad Boys.
first one.
Well, not the one with Sean Penn, like in the 80s. There's one with Sean Penn, like,
Oh,
No,
it's not a cult movie. I think he's in jail.
okay.
take your word for it.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one, Will Smith got real famous on it.
That was a fantastic movie.
Never seen it.
It's Michael Bay's, like, big movie, first big movie, I think. Maybe Independence Day, I don't know.
Which came first? Yeah.
Independence Day wouldn't be.
But
Armageddon was.
it's pretty good. It has Mari Helgenberger, or whatever her name is. She's in it for a minute. Who else? John Sally's in it for a minute.
Taylor
Tia
and
Leone's in
Martin
it.
Lawrence.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It's a fun movie. I bet I've watched it 200 times.
It's one of those things, if it's on TV, you won't turn it off.
No, I've probably watched it from the age of like 15 when it came out to the age of 18 every day.
Second was good too.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's not the same though.
Yeah.
Supposedly they're making a third one.
Yeah. Without Will Smith.
It's possible.
Are you ready for my first one?
Yep.
Titanic.
Okay.
I really liked the movie.
Why?
I'm a big fan of Kate Winslet and Leo DiCaprio.
I mean, I like him. What's Eating Gilbert Grape, I think, is a great movie, and everyone else probably hates it.
So I think about the only thing I've seen him in that I didn't care for was The Departed. Hated that movie.
Why? Because everybody died.
I just it was boring. Something about that movie was just boring to me.
But like what?
It's just nice.
Like you think the love story's good, like cause that's all it is. If it were about if it were about the ship captain, I'd be like all in. Like what's going on with the ship?
But it's not. It's about these two guys that are just like
so it's
Romeo
like,
and Juliet on a boat.
It could be like the love story could be in anything else other than that boat, and and I would be like, who cares about this movie?
I think I'm more drawn to just the scale of the movie. Just everything's kind of big and awe-inspiring on a just like.
It is,
and I think that's kind of what I'm more interested in. The fact that it's just, now it's gonna go really bad.
To watch it get Titanic was all the stuff where people like you'd see online where people are quoting about like, "Hey, I just saw Titanic. Did that ship really sink?"
Yeah, the internet.
I didn't see that coming.
Did that really happen? Like, yes.
There was a diamond lost.
Yeah, but somebody took
James
clips
Cameron went down and did that.
Somebody took clips from the movie and outtakes and stuff like that and put them together with different filters and stuff and actually made a horror movie sequel trailer. It's called Titanic 2 Jack's Back. And they just reverse him coming out of the water. He's like blue and pale. It's
that I might think is entertaining.
And it's like him coming to like take Rose as an old lady back to reclaim her. And I was just like, oh, that's cool.
Davy Jones is called.
I mean, I like the movie. It came out when I was in high school. Everybody talked about it. I've seen it, and I don't want to see it again.
It's anytime it's on TV.
Very, very long.
Yes,
too.
it is. But anytime it's on TV, I'm like, I can't change the channel.
You could cut out all of the love scenes. I might watch it daily.
It'd be like 12 minutes long if you cut out the love scenes.
All right. Rob is very sensitive detail. We just don't
cut out Kathy Bates.
Hey.
What you got?
Since nobody else really likes it, I'm going to say Tropic Thunder. Every time I mention that movie, everybody's like, I haven't seen it, or I thought it was terrible. I thought it was funny as shit. Robert Downey Jr., that made me laugh the whole time.
I've seen it, I don't want to see it again.
Being an Australian guy playing a black guy, I thought was hilarious. Jack Black annoyed me, but all the other guys I thought was funny. And it also marked the triumphant return of Nick Nolte to cinema.
Because we were all missing that.
Yeah. Gosh.
Waiting for another 48 hours too. Not gonna happen.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Beat that.
I don't think I can't. Because any movies I like less than that, or any movies that I feel are worse than that, I don't like. Because that falls in that category as it is. Ugh.
Yeah. Let's see. How about Across the Universe? If you haven't heard of that, it's a title of a Beatles song. So the movie actually, I don't know if it was like some kind of stage production or something, but it follows like from about the beginning of the Vietnam War, like, on through like, the tumultuous 60s and whatnot. And it's set to, follows the story of some kids, and they all sing Beatles songs. And it kind of follows the Beatles catalog at the beginning. It's playing stuff in their first, as it goes along, follows their albums. And it's,
I remember the trailer.
As a big Beatles fan, it was, really awesome to me.
I like the soundtrack to the movie better than I like the Beatles versions of the
Yeah,
songs.
see, I didn't like that, no.
But I'm not a fan of the Beatles either, so it doesn't take much. You could probably like
Across the Universe.
Pretty good.
When did that come out? 2000.
2009, I think. 2009. It's actually mine and my baby mother's first date.
Oh. Andrew, kill us with the trivia.
The Andrew trivia.
Bringing it.
My second one is Dead Man on Campus.
Is that?
Zach.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Yeah, and he's in American Werewolf in Paris.
That guy. I know. I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
It also has Marshall and Lily from.
What's his name? Jason
Segel.
Jason Segel, and
he's in it.
And the redheaded girl from American Pie.
Yeah, she's in it.
Allison Hannigan. Yeah.
It's a very random movie, but I don't know. I enjoy it.
I don't think
it's
I've
funny.
ever seen that.
I have it at the house because somebody let me borrow their copy, and then they told me just to keep it, and I never
Wasn't that an
watched it.
MTV movie?
Probably.
I think that was like the first like MTV foray into movies.
It amuses me. It's not very good though.
My second one is The Proposal. Romantic comedy. Sandra
Rom-com.
Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. I thought the movie was hysterical. There was another movie that came out that year that I saw, and it was a big movie, and everybody liked it. And I was like, I like this one better.
What?
I don't even remember what it was. No.
Girl Interrupted.
Yes. No.
It's not a bad movie.
10
I've
years
never seen
before.
that either.
Girl, wow. That's old.
Well, I'm gonna go with Varsity Blues. I thought that was a fantastic movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I don't know what people think about it because it's kind of a high school drama-esque, but I enjoyed it.
It's good, but it's bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't want your life.
It's got the Dawson in it.
Yeah, I'd rather watch not another teen movie.
it's got what's his name in it too, right? Paul died not too long ago.
Paul Rudd. Not
Oh.
Paul Rudd. Yeah.
Paul Revere.
Paul Revere. That's exactly.
Um,
Fast and the Furious guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Walker.
yeah.
Paul
Yes.
Walker, yeah.
John Voight's coach, I think.
yeah,
Billy Bob's not fat anymore.
it's a good movie. I like football movies. I mean, Remember the Titans was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love Remember the Titans.
Radio's good.
I haven't seen that.
That's a really good
Cuba
movie.
Gooding Jr.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen
That,
Ruby
I would
either.
say guilty pleasure on that, but I think it's just a really good movie.
I've seen clips here and there, Ruby. I wouldn't have. It's too inspirational. Too positive. It just weirds me out.
Yeah.
What you got?
I got a lot, but I'll go with Little Shop of Horrors, starring Rick Moranis. You know, he's got that singing that
What
everybody loves.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, yeah. But you know, nothing like man-eating plants. You know, you have Steve Martin as a just sadistic dentist. Like,
Excellent idea, awful execution.
Is
oh man, it was
Tim Curry, is he in that? Or
no. It was mainly really Rick Moranis, and then you know, that one girl, like, and then a bunch of singing
A
and
bunch
a
of
man-eating plant.
I just have a hard time with anything that has musical numbers in it. Because I've never broke out into song during
It's
life.
ruined a good few Disney movies that I think would have been much better if they would have just been like, hey, we can speak this dialogue.
There should be an adult version that doesn't have the song. I mean, give me that on the DVD. You know,
Every once in a while, I remember the
Tangled.
plant's name.
every movie. Like, I want Pinocchio, or like, there are some really good Disney movies that I enjoy watching, but it's like, now I gotta fast forward through this part of The Lion King. You know,
Yeah. Like Tangled, I was on it, and I was like, oh, this turned out to be really surprisingly good. And then it was like, oh, she broke into a bar, and they're all singing now.
we look like the guys that should be discussing Tangled. And
Well, I jumped the line then. We'll go with Tangled as one of mine.
I
Even
watched
though
it for
I
the
won't
first
watch it
time.
again,
Actually,
probably
probably
ever.
while you guys were filming one of the last episodes, I think I watched Tangled. So.
Yeah, I'll probably never see it again, and
Yeah.
that's okay with me. But I saw it in theaters, and I was like, oh, it's not a bad movie, except for that. And they ruined it that way.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing to lose with Tim Robbins and Martin Lawrence.
I haven't seen it for... I think I was
I
a
don't
little
think I've
kid when
ever
I saw
seen
it. It probably came across TV, and I sat and...
Huh?
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I can. You say Tim Robbins, Martin Lawrence, like I can see them together, and I'm like, I probably like flip past that on TV like once or twice, but
Yeah, once again, it's just something that amuses me for some reason, but there's not a lot of depth to it.
I assume it's just something terrible like Money Train or all those that they used to have.
No, it has a lot
Blue
more
Streak.
comedy than that. It's just...
have
Go Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just jumping in the middle.
Go.
I was just gonna say, has anybody ever seen the movie that had Meatloaf, Patrick Swayze, and like Randy Travis in it? You know, I think it's called Black Dog.
Yes, where he's trucking and
like I never
Runs
like.
over
I never saw it.
What was that, Mazda?
I just saw the poster for it, and it had like Patrick Swayze and Randy Travis and Meatloaf and
It's the
like a
only
big
scene I
rig
know
and
of.
like fire, and it looked awesome. I mean, I'm sure
In my head, I just had this like, we need to like build this little museum with like off the wall crap like that. It's just like random movie posters and just put it up like this little museum. Like, come look at our awesome stuff. I'm gonna have a room that's just dedicated to
stuff from, I'd say, days long forgotten, but
Yeah.
it's forgotten the day it comes out, so it's like,
well, like something
straight
that
to Blockbuster.
somebody would be like, "What the hell do you have that up for?" It's like, "Oh, have you not seen that movie?"
It's cinematic genius.
Yeah, just something to like one of those sociological experiments or something. Just what do people think if I have this up in my living room?
yeah, when you walk in, what's your immediate impression of me?
It's you.
Oh, it's me? I'm gonna go with Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie a good bit, actually.
You like Sandra Bullock, huh?
I do like Sandra Bullock.
Speed?
The
I've not
Lighthouse.
seen Speed. That was awful.
Fire on the Amazon.
I saw Lake House in theaters. I think it was a date.
Is she in the one about like the letter, the mailbox?
I think that's the Lake House.
Oh,
with
okay.
Keanu Reeves, where he's in the future and she's in the past, or one the other way around, or something. Terrible movie. Garbage.
What happened when they got off the bus?
And it's,
There's a temporal anomaly in the
yeah,
mailbox.
in real life. Yeah. Yeah, that was awful. But I really liked Miss Congeniality. Not so much the sequel.
I saw that. It wasn't bad.
I liked it. It's one of those, just turn your brain off and go. It's easy to look at.
Mean Girls. I mean,
I've never seen.
I don't like Mean Girls. Some of the people in it are not so hard to look at, but overall, it's just a stupid movie. Because Miss Congeniality is a work of cinematic.
yeah.
This is harder for me than I thought, because there's a lot of movies I don't. There's a lot I won't watch, and then there's some that I'll watch. I know people hate them,
That's pretty good.
I think you should go with that
Yeah.
one.
but like that made money. Some people like it, but Green
I
Lantern,
thought it was fantastic.
I like the movie.
I liked it a lot, except for the main boss. I think that was a cop out. But
I thought it was.
He
pretty
don't
good.
even like the movie.
that's okay. You don't have to like the movie.
Green Lantern.
Like it was a. I never really
Paid
had
$17 for that Blu-ray.
a ton of exposure for like. I didn't pay that much for it.
I
Green
bought it
Lantern
through
stuff.
work.
I thought the graphic stuff were good. It was a good movie.
I like Kilowog. High point in the movie for me.
I mean, supposedly, and
Never saw it.
with all the new DC stuff, they're supposed to make a Green Lantern movie that's about the core.
I like him, so it's just not the most serious. I don't know. It's not the Dark Knight.
I like
I
like Ryan Reynolds. How about that?
Yeah.
Like stuff he's in.
I
Like
didn't think he was a bad Hal Jordan.
some of those dumb movies that he's like with Sandra Bullock. Like I'd
Yeah, I
enjoy
can't wait
that
for
because
that.
I like Ryan Reynolds.
I
You ever
cannot-
seen
I mean,
Just Friends?
I might have liked that better had
You
it
need to
been.
check out
A
Just
real
Friends.
suit
Yeah,
instead
Just
of-
Friends. It could be a guilty pleasure movie.
Good.
I think the end being the boss being the main enemy just being Fog at the end. It's just stupid.
Worse than like Galactus and the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's worse. That's one of the worst things.
Yeah. They're neck and neck on just crap.
He at least had a face.
That's true.
We got
We got more. This one. How about Steel Magnolias? I don't
I
know.
refuse to watch that movie. I
Like,
got it on DVD.
I watched it as a kid
And I
with my
refuse to
mother.
watch it.
Oh, I don't.
And it's
I was thinking in terms of endearment. Two
It's-
totally different movies.
yeah. I mean, it's somebody dying. Same thing, but.
That's Dolly Parton, right?
Yeah, star-studded cast: Tom Skerritt, Dolly Parton, Olympia Dukakis, Daryl Hannah is in it. Joy Roberts, Sally Fields. Like, I don't know. I always thought it was like really funny, and then like she just dies at the end. So
Hilarious.
So
we all know death.
So we all know that's hilarious, but
Well,
juxtaposition, if you will. Like, I just the beginning of the movie, everything's all happy and upbeat, and you get to the end, it's like, yeah. Yeah, that's like one of like the ultimate chick flicks. I tell you what, on multiple occasions, I took girls out and was just like, "Well, we can go back to my house," and watch Steel Magnolias, and it's just on, like, oh, he's sensitive. Oh, it's like, no, really, I'm not. I'm just trying to put on. I'm trying to put on a front.
I really like this movie.
That's why it's your guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I really like this movie. It gives me a reason to watch it. Plus, I get all the benefits of it.
My next is The Notebook, which I'm sure none of you have seen.
Correct.
but
I have
enjoy.
seen it, and I did not enjoy it.
If I see Nicholas Sparks anywhere near I just ignore it because I'm just like, it's gonna be churning out the same nonsense.
I don't know why. I just I thought it was a very good movie. It's very well written, so he must be an awesome one.
It frustrated me. Like, I don't.
A lot of people like the Twilight stuff.
Yeah.
No, I just
Awesome.
I don't know. It's I related to it. I don't know. I could see that.
I could see a younger, like, less beaten down Andrew liking that. But I think when I saw it, I'm already just past that. Like, to where I was just like, this is horse shit.
Well, see, but I guess that's why I like it. It's just like, oh, I wish things were really like that.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
It's so hope-filled. I mean, that you can connect that way and be that loyal and care. People aren't.
It's a lie.
Days gone by.
I think it's a nice love story. I think it's a lot better than the love story in Titanic, but that's just me.
Fair enough. My last one is a tie between two and...
How's that your last one? 'Cause that's not my last one.
Well, because
still
I
have
did
one
Titanic,
more.
Proposal, Congeniality, and then Tangled.
Okay, I got you.
So this one is a tie between two movies. They're similar.
Yep.
TV Land sees us.
Yeah. Hi, Internet world.
Alright. Elephant?
Elephant and Rampage. Elephant is kind of a it's a movie about the Columbine shooting, and it follows one of the kids for half the movie and the other one for half the movie, and their daily routine and stuff before they went and shoot up the school.
Never
And
even
it's a
heard
guilty
of
pleasure
this.
because you feel bad for enjoying it, or
Yes, yes.
like, oh, I shouldn't like that. I might be disturbed.
I shouldn't like that. But
Raw
to
is
me,
when it's time to work.
it's interesting to me just to see, because it was like stuff they actually wrote and did and things like that were used as things to make the movie, as far as the thought process behind what they did and all that was input into the movie. So it's kind of neat to see it put into a movie, because it's not real in a movie. Rampage, on the other hand, is just a guy going insane and killing everyone in a small town.
We didn't pick Psycho movies. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
you probably would be ashamed having those on if someone came in your house.
What
Exactly.
are you watching?
And most regard, Elephant, I've talked to people that do enjoy it. I don't think I've ever met anybody who liked Rampage. It's an Uwe Boll movie. And they made a sequel. I haven't seen it.
Everyone who would see me watching that would call the White Jackets.
Right. Give yourself a hug. But no, it's I like documentaries that go by in the mind of serial killers and things like that. So to see a movie where that's just kind of let loose for an hour and a half is kind of nice.
Did you ever see? I think it's called. Is it God Bless America?
Yeah, got it on Blu-ray.
With
What's his name?
other Brian Doyle Murray, one of the Murrays.
It's Frank Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
And
pretty crazy.
Bobcat Goldthwait made
Yeah.
a movie. At the beginning of the movie, they shoot a baby, and then
Yep.
in the interview on the extras, that Bobcat's like, I wanted to set the tone of the movie right at the beginning by shooting a baby. That way, I could weed out the people who were going to like the movie. The people who didn't would leave the theater immediately.
So
Okay.
Story that kind of goes back to intertwines with the Steel Magnolias. So on another first time, I watched God Bless America with the girl, and that was the last time I hung out with that girl. So opposite effect of Steel Magnolias for the rampage killing movies.
I don't recommend
sit
them.
down, you'll love this. Oh, this person is. It's like don't need to hang out with him anymore.
Oh, you mean you're not a sociopath?
Wait until you if you want dating advice. Wait until you get to know the girl a little bit.
Before you bring that
before
up.
you bring out the serial killer movies. She needs to be comfortable with you before you make her uncomfortable.
Like, yeah, this is really great. You gotta watch it.
And I thought it was something about America.
I have an ex that really enjoyed God Bless America. She thought it was hysterical. It is. It's a funny movie.
I loved it.
Seen it. It's great.
Yeah.
You done?
No, I got a two-way tie. I got Tremors, which a lot of people view as kind of as dumb.
We'll just end with that because I like your other movie. You shouldn't down.
No,
yeah.
I got another one I thought of. I like Star Wars Episode 1, except for the pod racing scene.
Yeah.
I skipped that entire chapter.
Get out.
I like it. I like the prequels too, but
I mean, it has Darth Maul.
Darth Maul was a great character as far as design. And
Very
stuff.
well developed.
Yeah. I was gonna say they really utilized the
makeup wise. He was a great character.
Yeah, cool lightsaber.
Yeah,
could do. Cool
there's
moves.
dumb stuff, but I am.
Jet Li is pretty cool.
I am a big sucker for.
It is him, right?
No,
Parks.
Ray
Parks.
Yeah.
I'm a big sucker for
I like pod racing.
origin stories. I skipped the entire pod racing scene.
I love pod
next,
racing.
and it's like the last
scene.
lap, and then okay, good. But
I don't like the
origin
little kid in
stories.
it.
No.
I know he's important to the story, but if we could just take him out and have like Qui-Gon and Darth Maul.
If you could have gotten rid of everybody besides you and McGregor, the first 3 movies were all right, and that would have been just all right.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't care
Like
for the
he's just
second one.
talking to
Yeah,
to
the
Anakin
third one-
like there's no Anakin. He's just preaching at him.
the third one
You
gets
were
a lot of
supposed to
hate.
be the chosen
and it
one.
shouldn't.
Third one's a good movie.
Like
It's a legit.
somebody broke down the argument to where when you have this first one ruined it, second one people don't like, the third one lines up with the 4, 5, and 6 perfect, where it's actually a good movie, but the other 2 prequels ruined it. So everybody went into episode 3 like, this is a pile of dog shit I don't want to see, but
It
I'm
took
going to
me
spend
3
money.
times
Like,
to make it through the
Make
second
Andrew's
movie.
ears
Yeah,
like
I just-
steam.
I like the big war part in the second movie too.
It's too much of a love story.
I like Count Dooku and
Dooku
Mace
was
and
fantastic.
all that. I like anyone with a lightsaber. Everyone else just needs to get out of the movie.
Hated it.
Well, what do you have for your last guilty pleasure?
Let's see here.
Please don't mention that last one.
Oh no, I won't say Grease, but Notting Hill. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Notting Hill. It's
I know.
Awful.
British guy.
Hugh
Hugh
Grant
Grant
and
and
Julia
Julia
Roberts, and I don't know. It kind of is a terrible movie, but it's one of those ones that I think I fondly remember it from, being young and just stupid and in love, and like I'd always go see that movie. I went and saw it like 4 or 5 times, like with some girl.
Clearly, we're all perfectly secure in our masculinity because we're just like,
Oh yeah, mine are.
like, well, Chick
Rom-coms and
flicks,
serial
yeah.
killer films.
Yeah.
I've seen it because I know my mom
I'm
likes that.
perfectly
and,
well balanced.
I haven't seen that.
The one with Tom Hanks.
I always liked Hugh Grant. I liked his like self-deprecating humor. Like I kind of use that.
It's like a
to my
British Zach
advantage.
Braff or something.
Yeah. Before he got caught with the hookers and stuff,
Yeah.
that kind of
There was
stuff.
something that was in I really liked. I can't remember now.
Because wasn't he like going out with Elizabeth Hurley or married to
Yeah, I
or
think
something?
so.
Like, are you serious, dude? Like, come on.
That's not good enough.
My last one is I actually had another Nick Cage movie. How can you not have Nick Cage? Ghost Rider. He's in Ghost Rider,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Spirit of
Yeah.
Vengeance.
The
Con
worst
Air.
movie I've ever
So-
seen.
If you haven't seen Con Air, you should go see it. It's awesome.
I love Con Air.
Well, that's
Never saw
John
it.
Cusack in it too, right?
Yeah, John Cusack, yeah. I mean, it's got everybody in it. You got John Malkovich,
Yeah, Steve Buscemi's in it
Buscemi.
for a second.
Steve Buscemi's awesome.
Have you seen it?
Huh.
Oh, the Steve Buscemi
No.
part. You should watch it just for that.
Isn't he Garland Green?
Yeah, he's.
No, I remember driving by the mall when it was in theaters, like seeing it on the little breakdown.
I mean,
it was just like,
How have you not seen this movie where like
And
Nicolas
they-
Cage is hanging off a ladder at one point, flexing,
And they like
mullet flying in the air?
crash an airplane into the Hard Rock Cafe in Las Vegas. And
The only thing about that just makes me laugh is I remember in Dogma when you had Chris Rock say "Con Air, con shit," talking about it. So that's kind of like it.
He was an Army Ranger who went to jail because he used force that he shouldn't have, and
So it's Rambo.
writes letters to
first
the
one.
little
And-
girl.
And that movie gave us two versions of the song "How Can I Live Without You." One by Trisha Yearwood and one by Leanne Rhymes. So right there, it's like Academy Award winning. In my
forgot
opinion.
how many
Leanne
school
Rhymes
dances wouldn't exist or would not have gone through? How
There's
many
probably lots of
relationships-
children that were made just because of
Yeah.
that movie.
Well, I was gonna say how many relationships weren't formed and hotel rooms weren't rented out.
We lost someone with that.
Yeah, by person we lost.
Con Air did it.
Yeah. I guess stories about
Retail. Yay.
retails.
We love retail.
We do.
No.
You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Crap, I didn't write down that second one. The second one was just real quick. It's gone now. So, had a customer who paid with multiple tenders, cash and card, and she wanted to pay half of her bill with cash and half of it with the card. Well, she handed my service desk person all of the cash and said, and I want to pay the rest. I want to pay the other half, is how she worded it, on my card. So he took that as, I'll tender the cash she gave me and pay the rest on the card. That's not what she wanted.
She wanted cash back?
She wanted cash back. Yeah, so what it would have been like $69 on cash and card, and she'd get the rest back in cash because her bank account only had a certain amount of money. And so
like,
my service desk person went to try to return some things and re-ring that to offset it as opposed to voiding the whole thing. That didn't work. The card wouldn't go through a second time. So she's like, all right, called me up. Void the transaction. Just void both. Everything, void it all. Cash back on the table. We had stacks of cash just on the counter from all of it. I was like, it's not going to put it back on your card, so here's the $38 that was put off your card that we're returning in cash. Done. Just
pay what you want out of this lump sum of cash.
Right. It was, all right, here's this cash going towards the total. Entered that cash. Next. Since part of your debit originally is now cash, we're going to take that plus whatever the difference would have been from your total for half. But it was just a mess. And I wish, it just annoyed me that it was probably a 15-minute ordeal of this trying to explain to this little fragile lady who proceeded to pray for us all while we were in line. Lord, just give them the strength they need and the knowledge and wisdom
That's
to do
where you
it
should have
right.
started this story.
And
I could care less about all the service desk crap. Of course they want you to.
I had
They want you to work
lady.
miracles, and now they're praying for you.
Yes. It was a nightmare, and
I'm confused
ruined
what she was trying to do.
She wanted.
I don't know why she gave you, here's $100 cash. I want to pay half of it. And the half is only $50. Why give the $100 cash?
That's all she had was a $100 bill.
Oh, I got you. I was wondering why she wanted. It's why give me the damn money if you want half of it back?
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
why.
Okay.
And it was just thank you, lady. You
So
made
she
this
only wanted 50 of it on
the cash,
but
and the rest on the card.
whoever
It's I can't
put
afford
the whole 100.
Put the whole 100 because she said, "Here, I want the other half on card."
why didn't she just ask for change first?
Yeah.
It would have been a lot easier. Can I have change for this 100? I only want to pay 50.
And when she came up, she was complaining that we didn't offer any kind of discount because she just turned 66 3 days ago.
Oh,
And-
we do
and
birthday
it's
discounts. Tell her shut up.
Get the F out.
She had a family with her. There was 9 people deep.
So the Gogans were in town.
Just big white family. Just.
You should just pray for her to get the hell out.
I was just she's like, you guys don't have anything against praying and stuff in the store, do you? And I was like, whatever you need to do.
Actually, we're an agnostic establishment.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You go do that in the corner where nobody can see you.
Yeah, you go be ashamed of that.
I think.
I just want to reiterate, since I'm the only one on the overnights now, how much I dislike seasonal help. Even before overnight started, it was just going swimmingly with the people we've hired. And
Well, you only
I
get
think
the,
it was going better than in past years.
you only get the creme de la creme of workers.
but now on
It was seasonal
overnights, we get the best of the best, and that's going to give me an ulcer this year.
That's better than an aneurysm.
I keep being told to give them
What's the-
time and be
what's the
patient,
problem?
but I don't want to. So far, I think I've been on overnights more than anybody that's on there now. And
Yes, you have.
I'm getting tired of it.
I didn't really prepare anything for this.
You can't prepare for this.
Yeah. I mean, I can go along with Jay. it's not even necessarily seasonal people. I've just like laziness. Like I'm over it. Like nobody wants to work. Like nobody even wants to like kind of work. Like they just want to come to work and just f off.
I'm supposed to do stuff. This is supposed to be fun.
Had a guy today not be able to straighten up CDs. So there's that.
Please tell me it was Slim Shady.
It was.
You have to have like star rewards in order to straighten up the CDs. Like there has to be an incentive every 3.
Yeah, like just couldn't figure out how he was going to go about straightening.
I wonder if if we started to give people A's for stuff, like just completely arbitrary. Like,
oh, yeah,
I'm going to give you an A if you can do this.
A+, high five.
No, not even that. Let's scarlet letter people and just post it to them. Like today, you've earned a D. You can bring it up.
Who was it? It improved Ty when Timmy gave him that sticker that said "Good job" or something. So from then on, Ty was just
you and your names, no names.
Yeah.
You don't want to alienate people. All the names were changed to protect the innocent.
Yeah.
He wasn't innocent. He was stupid.
Well, the same guy couldn't carry a ladder the week before, so I don't.
Yeah.
All hope is gone.
But it improved his morale
and
when he was getting
he's
a
a
good
rehire.
sticker. When he knew he
That's
was going to get a sticker.
the golden
He was
part
like,
of it.
"Do I get a sticker for that?" It's like, "Do you need a sticker for that?"
At least he gave him a sticker.
Clearly,
Because I've always been the smart ass. Like, I did this. Like, well, good. Do you want a cookie?
yeah.
Mine is, I could go on for days. I had like 40 today. I have a whole board full over there of things why I can't stand retail. And just everyone in general, present company excluded.
Don't lie.
Okay, product holds / layaways, just general entitlement. Like, so, can't tell you how many times I've had somebody call, "Can you hold this item for me?" It's like, no, don't, it's a hot item, very high demand, not going to hold it for you. Or, it's December, so you can't hold items because it's Christmas. There's someone standing here, probably 2 feet from me, who wants that item. We're in business to make money. They're going to buy it. You might not make it here. Now, I harshly gave the example. What if that person died in a car wreck on the way here? I wouldn't get that money, but I can get the money from the person here. So I don't understand why everyone thinks we should hold things for them. Now, I don't want to explain that over the phone, but that's my outlook. I don't understand it. Okay, second, we're holding stuff. Like, I had the lady on the phone, like, well, are you saying you don't want my money? I'm going to give you money. It's like, no, I'm saying I would rather have the money from the person who's standing here. So then it becomes...
Did you tell her that?
Yes, I did. And then it becomes this whole, like, I can't believe you don't want my business. It's like, well, I gladly want your business when you bring it here. But I'll take the business of the person that's here before yours. I'm one of those, I'd rather have a bird in the hand than 2 in the bush type guys. Like, I use this crazy logic.
Here and now?
Yes. So I just don't get that entitlement. Now,
you're just entitled to... You just feel entitled that you should get the money of the people there now.
I think every time you talk to somebody on the phone, they just take your voice as like, oh, he wants to get in a fight now, huh?
Okay, so that's one person with their hold. I'll give you another example is, okay, you want to hold it for me, I understand this, hang up. Well, then I just call back in 5 minutes and ask, well, I'm going a long way, can I make a payment over the phone? No, we don't do that. And you can't hold it for me? It's like I'm going to change my mind in 5 minutes. Like, oh, I'm a completely different manager that you're talking to now. Even though
I'm driving all the way from Kentucky. Congrats, you make bad life choices. Go somewhere closer.
I just...
There's like 75 Walmarts between the border of West Virginia
and
here.
My thing is, I don't understand where people are coming from with that. And layaway. Can you do layaway for me? No. Like, we quit doing layaway. It's like, not because... Why does everyone think that the world revolves around them? And it's just, I'm not doing a layaway for you. It's the most selfish thing.
The
previous employees.
I know.
Yeah.
And then that goes into this is, do you not realize how selfish it is that you're asking me to do something for you when there's 50 other people who wanted to do this today. It's like, I don't want those 50 people to, one, to come and yell at me and bitch and moan about it, but two, like, it's not fair to them. So, but you only care about you and what's fair to you. You don't care about the 50 people that might come and complain to me. Same with the whole thing. It's like, you don't care about the person who's standing. Now, if you were the person standing here, oh yeah, you'd care. But if you're the person on the phone, or, what if somebody...
The role was reversed. You were in store and you wanted it, and somebody just called me, and I'm like, well, that's the last one I have. I'm taking it off the shelf, and I'm putting it away so you can't have it.
Well, my thing is, like, I can
Would
be
you be
like,
just as understanding?
I live an hour away. Fine. Let me go poll the people in the store and see. There might be somebody that lived 3 hours away that drove here for that. You don't know. So I just don't understand. Like, the world revolves. That's I'm entitled to that. Can you not hold it? At this point, I'm thinking, hey, you answered it on the first time.
She's
Smooth salad.
She's on the kitchen floor right now. Like, why won't he answer the damn phone?
I'm about my business.
That's my retail.
I'm gonna add on yours.
Rant.
I hate when I'm working whatever various shift and somebody calls like, "Oh, I talked to somebody earlier and they held something for me," and it just makes me mad that half of the people are staunch. No, we don't hold things. And there's these others like, "Well, sure thing. I'll go grab it and put it away." And then I'm mad as I walk to the back to see if there's something in the back with a note on it that says "for some jackass"
that Andrew put up.
I hate it too, though. Everybody, it's really like I'm trying to be mean to them. And it's just like the...
You are, James.
It's like the employee issue I had a couple weeks ago where it's like, I can't believe that you're doing that to me. It's like, I would do this with any employee who walked out on me. Like, not you. It's like, sorry, I'm not holding stuff for anyone. Like, I'm not trying to screw you over. Everything's not about you.
You're ruining my kid's Christmas.
Yep, been told that.
Uh-huh. That person got karma.
I bring joy to the world. That's what I do. That's
probably
Well,
the most
that's
dark
dark.
thing I've said for a while.
There was a bike I loaded up today that a customer may have talked to you. That
Talk to
with
me?
no,
Oh, him. Okay.
James, and she was none too pleased. Apparently, you wouldn't mark it down.
oh yeah, love that too. Like,
Then I get out there, and I just go on to tell her, like, well, you're getting a built bike, you get charged assembly. That's how we roll.
I didn't charge them assembly.
Did you not?
No, they wanted it marked down 20% because it was a floor model. I said, well, I won't do that, but since I can't give you one out of the box, I will not charge you the assembly. So I thought I was reasonable. And then it's like, well, no, we want 20% off. So, well, I'm not going to give you, I'm sorry, I can't do 20% off. You can go order one. We can ship you one. No, I need it by tomorrow. Not my fault that you're shopping today for something you need tomorrow. Like, not trying to screw you over.
This isn't the first day in existence.
But once again, I'm in business to make money.
I didn't know my kid's birthday was tomorrow.
$100 bicycle. Like, I can't sell it to you for like a loss just because you don't want it. Like, it was on the rack. Well, yeah, it's probably only been on the rack like 2 days. And you know what? Somebody 10 minutes from now might buy it. So,
Was it a bottom shelf or was it up?
it was a bottom shelf.
Okay.
It wasn't in that bad a shape.
It was in good shape.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you bottom shelf people can pull out. You get to the next shelf, nobody touches those bikes. The most you have to do is put air in it.
The wheels were perfectly clean on it.
Oh, so that guy probably built it like 2 days ago.
They just wanted something for nothing. I mean,
It's like the power
Then
wheel
she
one.
dropped the knowledge on me that my dad died yesterday and my daughter's birthday, and just trying to give me pity party.
she said, well, if you go up there and tell James, I'm sure he'll not care about that
Yeah.
also.
Oh,
Like-
we'll pull out your wallet. Here's some money. I feel bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh! I got my other one.
Good job.
The money thing did it. Had an
talking about
issue
money
with a customer. Yeah, shut up. Who came in and raised a
stop
stink
yawning.
2 days. 2 days
We
after
are
she
sad.
dealt with her layaway, that she didn't get back her total amount of money. It was $1.10. She canceled her layaway and refunded it after the $15 cancellation fee. She had only made $16.10 in payments. And she was just like adamant that we need to find that $1.10 and it's just like, really?
Here you go.
Here's $2. Get out.
Yeah, so it was like, ended up me and another person were like, all right, well, let's go see what happened, why she didn't get the money. Let's go watch camera. But on the way over there, it was like, over the walkie, like, just give her the money and get her out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got in there, it was like, nah, never mind.
I would never. My time is worth more than the $2. So, $2. Our register's not even going to show up short.
Well, it was our friend supervisor that wanted to research it.
Wanted to fight about it.
Yeah. So, I was just like, all right, go ahead, just give her the money, get her out of here. It's $1.10.
I would have been a smart ass and pulled
Sort of
out
hurt
my
her
wallet.
miscongeniality.
I would have pulled out $2 from my actual wallet. Be like, here, go buy something nice.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Then we'll get a bad serving and get yelled at again.
Bye, guys.
So that's this wonderful episode. We've been on an hour and a half. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a blast because I got to rant about all the things I enjoy. Next episode, pet peeves again. We'll go over some retails. What else you want? Other rants. So that's what you have to look forward to. Hopefully you enjoyed this one.
And hopefully, with business picking up, I won't be hiding in the back. I might have some good customer stories. Since I never interact with customers, I just get to complain about the idiots that work with me. Present company excluded.